Now here you need to understand that it is very important that what and how you are continuously programming yourselves. Since birth till the time that you grow up, or since inception of your existence on this particular earth. Now whatever I'm going to say is now under study process. It is being studied, it is being reviewed, and it is being proved now that this is happening. So since the time your inception, your existence happens in mother's womb, we start storing things. And where do we store it? We start storing things in our neurology. Neurology is the system that gets trained when the kid is in mother's body. It receives all the information about the environment, about the food, about the things that mother is experiencing, the heat, the cold, everything. See, 9 months when you cover in pregnancy, that almost means an year. So you almost cross 3 seasons. If you count that there are 4 seasons, you cross 3 seasons. Okay, and the kid inside, by the experiences of mother, by the hormonal releases of mother, by the release of chemicals in mother's body, the same blood is circulating in kid's body. The kid's physiology starts getting trained to the external environment, and this is what mother is listening, what is the sound outside, and everything that we listen has a chemical reaction inside us. So when you say that how are we conditioning, understand this, that how are we conditioning? We are conditioning by only and only one thing, our neurology. Because whatever you receive, see, you get a sound inside, the sound goes in your tympanic membrane and it vibrates certain small bones inside, right? The incus bones, and then this vibration of bones is detected by neurotransmitters and they are getting translated into a meaning. This is how sound goes in, right? When you taste something, it goes on the tip of your tongue, and there are these taste buds on your tongue tips that just receive they receive this whatever you are feeling on your tongue, and then they give it a name and then they join it with your feelings. So when you touch something, yet there are touch receptors, sensory receptors on your skin, there are superficial receptors, heat, cold, deep receptors, they are receiving it. So how are we receiving the things is more important. So once we are receiving this world inside us through our senses, we are continuously creating memories inside, or we call it as internal memories, or you can say it as memories. You are creating these memories inside you with what? How does a kid learn the words? How does a kid know that this is my father, this is my mother, this is my grandfather? Or how does it know? It is just like training a dog. The kid is just trained as you have trained a dog, because the kid doesn't have a vocabulary. There is no vocabulary inside the kid. There is only a vocabulary inside the kid, that is in the name of the hormonal and the chemical changes in the body, because that was what the kid experienced in mother's body. The kid doesn't know words, right? We give it meaning. Do you understand? If you can recall growing up a kid or working with a kid when he was small, you just think that we give the meaning to what the kid is understanding. The kid doesn't have a concept. If you say he is having fever, the kid knows, okay, this is fever. If you say that you are in problem, the kid knows that this is in problem. He himself doesn't know. The kid doesn't have anything. It is just like training the dog. The dog trainers, when you train a dog, you tell him to sit. He doesn't know what to do. You don't bow wow. to sit, he doesn't know what to do. What the dog does, you touch on his back, you tap near his tail, you tell him sit, and the dog bends the back legs and sits down, and then you give him a reward. He says, okay, this is sitting, and if I sit, I get a reward. Okay, so then when you say sit, he sits down, he gets a reward. Then you say sit, he sits down, he gets a reward. And this is how the dog associates this movement of bending the back legs and still sitting down. He just associates it with this sound, and the sound is sit. He doesn't know the meaning of sit. The same thing is happening when our kids are growing up and when we are growing up. What does this mean? This means that the sounds that you are receiving have no meaning in you. They don't have any meaning until and unless a meaning is given to that sound. Just think about Mowgli, the person, the guy in the fictitious story who was left in the jungle, and he returned back from jungle after 12 years. He doesn't know what the humans are speaking because he could understand what the wolves were speaking, but he could not understand what the humans were speaking because the sound was going inside, but it was not getting any meaning. If I speak some language that you don't know in front of you, the sound is going in your ears, you are listening it, but you will not be able to understand what is it. You will not react to it. You will react to the tone of the voice, but not to the words because you don't have the meaning of the words. Are you understanding what I want to say? So now in this case, when that sound is going inside and when that sound is created inside you, you are just in you're just responding to the sounds that you are getting to. What does this mean? That the language, we learn the language as we grow up, and this language helps us program our mind with something is good, something is bad, something is great, something is not great, this is happy, this is sad. You associate it, and then because we are humans and we have special powers of feelings, we even connect sensations to it. We have feelings, we have sensations connected to it. So now what happens that when you are into this, you connect your sensations to it, and now that word has a meaning, it has a sound inside you, it has a visual inside you, it has a sensation in your body, and it has a way to express. That is your voice. So now we just understand that then we respond verbally or non-verbally. This is how we are getting conditioned. And so in the olden times in Hinduism, they used to say that there is this goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, that is roaming around everywhere in the universe, and she passes in a day from your head. And if at that point of time you are saying something, that becomes the truth. That means you should be always aware of what you are saying. This was a way to just make you understand that you should always say positive, because when you say negative about somebody, you are creating an intention towards him. You are sending a vibration. Now research has shown that there are vibrations for each word you speak. For whatever you are saying, there is a vibration, and these vibrations are just getting created, and they are being transmitted to the universe, to the universal matrix. Whatever you are saying, if you are saying something bad about somebody, that is also getting transmitted to the matrix. If you are saying something good about somebody, that is also getting transmitted to the matrix. You just need to understand this. Over this, you also need to understand that is why if there is a way that you can say yourself, you can make yourself productive, is through the words you are using for yourself. Use the words you are using for yourself very, very evidently and very much positively. Use the words you are using for yourself